Welcome to the episode of the Brand New Show. As you already know, I am Brandon. Like always, you can all podcast platforms, audio platforms, the Brand New Show. Sometimes you might have to space it. Sometimes it comes together. At the end of the day, it's still the Brand New Show. Yeah, that whole word in the code. Um, type that in on all podcast platforms. Also, that is also my YouTube channel, Brand News Show. Go there, subscribe, comment, view. Shout out to all the people that have been commenting, viewing, subscribe, all of that things, man. I appreciate all that. And to the people that are just trying to see me on social, very simple. Brand News Show on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. On Facebook is the Brand New Show. I don't know how to take the out the fucking shit, but maybe it's just a Facebook thing. I don't know. It's a Facebook thing. I don't fucking know. But anyway, welcome to the. But that is where I'm on social media, and of course, like I said, just welcome to the Brand New Show. This is a new episode, man. Shout out to all the new subscribers on either Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course the YouTube channel. And also, you can also rate and comment um, on all podcast platforms. So, well, some of them I think you could write your review of the podcast on there. So, definitely, man. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode, tonight's episode. Uh, I'm gonna just talk, kind of talk to you guys. Um, man. Um, these last couple of days, shit, have been uh, fuck, goddamn, I mean, shit. Last Tuesday, was my 29th birthday. Um, I turned 29 last Tuesday, and we went out for dinner. I think I said this on the episode I did after my birthday. Um, but we went out for dinner and had to leave the restaurant that we were in. It was just me and my mom at the time. I just left the boot that we were sitting in. I just wanted to think, reflect on my life. I've said this numerous times that I'm not a big fan of my birthday, but particularly when it comes to my birthday, I like to sit and reflect on my life and sit and reflect on my birthday. And I can only do that at night. And so it was nighttime, and I got up and I sat in the car for a couple minutes and just had to calm myself into understand, like, yo, this is your birthday. Like, chill. Like, so I took a minute, got out the car, went back inside, sat down. Uh, I ordered food before I left, but came back and the food was coming, and I ate. And then my brother and my nieces and my nephew and my sister-in-law came, and it ended up being a pretty cool night. I came home and went right to sleep. Um, I've said this numerous times. I get depressed when my birthday comes around. The last couple of days, uh, like I've also said, I got dark spots on my brain. Um, so I finally called the neurologist today. I'm gonna call a couple more. I have an appointment in June, at one place, um, because this whole weekend, my brain, my eyes, everything It just wasn't computing. I was feeling it. Yeah, I was feeling it. I was feeling it. Um, I was feeling it, man. Um, Sunlight. Sorry, so sorry. Um, but sunlight, everything. Just I wasn't feeling it. My body was, whew, man. Um, it was bad over the weekend. Uh, could barely stay up. Could barely like my eyes was hurting. I had a headache. A lot of things. When something like that happens, you start to, think about why is it happening, right? I'm like, I know I got dark spots. That's one thing. But the last 2 days since then, since Sunday, 'cause I had to take a leave just to go to sleep Sunday. Um, and I woke up yesterday and I had the house to myself pretty much, and I realized I had no problems. Today, I started feeling some of it later on in the day. You're probably gonna listen to this and you're gonna think it to yourself what that mean, right? What does that matter? I'm starting to realize maybe that it's stress. Maybe it's because I'm not in a position I want to be in. Uh, the people I'm around. I went to therapy today and talked to my therapist, and you know, we have a session, and I I try to not always divulge too much on this podcast because I know people listen, but at the same time, this theme of this season is man behind a story, and my podcast is about me. So this morning, um, my mom tells me that I'm ungrateful and that I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing. I'm ungrateful. You do podcasting, but you can do it anytime. I've talked about this before. I live at home still. I'm trying my hardest to get the fuck out this. When you hear your parent tell you some shit like, I'm ungrateful, you like, huh? If you also have listened to my podcast, you know I have a heart condition. Um, it's not, I'm on disability. Somebody has been trying to get me on disability for years to say I don't do nothing. And you know the struggles and the fights I've had to fight for my life. And to say I don't do nothing, it's very fucked up. Period. I don't care how y'all are gonna hear it and word it. That's fucked up to me. You know how much I fought for my life. You better than anybody knows how much I've been in hospital beds with tubes coming out of my fucking throat and all that bullshit. And that fucked me up. I'm like, okay, well. Call me ungrateful. That was a new one. I'm ungrateful because I'm challenging. I'm growing up. I'm evolving. So I'm ungrateful. I'm not ungrateful when I do what the fuck you tell me to do. I'm not ungrateful when I why I think that's kind of stupid. Like I think it's stupid. I'm ungrateful. Huh. So I sat down with my therapist and we talked about that today. I don't know why. Um, why? My mom. Uh, my mom has three different children. Every one of us have a different relationship with her, which is it should be that way, right? Like if you have three different siblings, you're supposed to have three different kids. You're supposed to have three different relationships. So I don't fault that. The problem with it is, excuse me, is all three of your kids' relationships with you is kind of tarnished. It's kind of fucked up, and you don't see it, or you see it and you ignore it. You don't think anything is wrong with you. Well, all three of your kids have their own gripes and feelings towards how you treat them. Now, I've tried to be the most understanding one. That shit hard because I see it now. I see it. I never call my mom a bad mom. No, but she does too fucking much. Too fucking much. At the wrong fucking. It's ridiculous. I've been watching a show on Netflix. Maybe you maybe you've heard of it. I'm starting to realize when that shit go off, my because I get it in my headphones. It's the ESPN alerts. I get in my headphones, so when it happens, it gets choppy. So sorry about that. But like I was saying, I've been watching this show on Netflix, and maybe you've heard of it. Uh, Jenny in Georgia. I just started watching the show. I was hearing about it, and I'm like, I should see what the fuck it's about. The shit's actually really fucking good. Yeah, like I've been watching it. I'm in season two, and I'm like, yo, this shit's. I'm starting to realize of these two, and it's a mom that that my mom. Oh my, what the fuck? God damn it. She's trying to like, grow up and live a life and trying to like, but you're starting to see her kind of more into what her mom is. Very protective, like even though she has her feelings towards her mom, she understands. She's understanding now why her mom was doing all of the shit she was doing. And I used to understand why my mom would do the shit she would do. Now I'm lost, and I'm starting to realize maybe it's not her. I know when I leave, she's gonna be alone. She's gonna be alone, even though my stepdad. She's gonna be alone. I give her the energy she wants. I go back and forth with her. Like way more than my stepdad do, and I get that. But I'm not him. And I feel like as I'm getting older, 29 years old, be 30 next year. I've never, ever in my life, I've never been by myself. I've lived in the hospitals. lived with my mom all my life. I've never been by myself. I've never by myself. I'm by myself is when I have the house to myself when they're gone for work. That's the only time. I've never been by myself. And maybe that's why I don't want to be. Maybe that's why I'm kind of like cool being single because I gotta know what that feels like first. I gotta know what solo feels like first. I gotta know what that energy feels like first. I gotta find my comfort zone without people in it. I live in a room. I don't even have a whole space to myself. I don't have a kitchen to myself. I don't have the necessary clean up after myself because it's my shit. I want to take care of my shit my way. I want my shit to look a particular way. I live in a room. I have a room that I have to take care of. The argument this morning was literally, I think we started off like talking about like she said something about the house, and I'm like, that's not my house. I have a room, and I barely want to be in this bitch most of the times. Now, some of you gonna listen to this, and y'all think I'm ungrateful like she does. But what am I ungrateful about? You don't buy clothes for me. I buy my own food. Hey, what am I ungrateful about? A house, a place to live, and a car to drive. Those are the two things that I'm working my ass off to get the fuck out of. I'm getting them as soon as I get them. I'm gone. I know when I get my own shit, I'm never talking to my mom again. It's not because I'm mad at her. It's not because you know teenage angst. It's never that. It's not that. I'm never talking to her again because we truly have nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. What are we gonna talk about? I'm never gonna talk to her again when I leave, and I know I am. This today sounds fucked up, but today I was in the bathroom and I was like, if I ever have kids, she probably would never see them because I don't want my kids around that. I was a great grandmother, but I know how she is, and I could never have that around my kids. They'll be FaceTime. We can still live in Texas, and I still would never bring my kids around. That's not happening. I refuse because I know who she is. Like I said, I used to think I knew who she was, and I'm starting to realize I don't, and I don't want to. I don't care to know. My brother RC said this once to me. Oh, dog. My brother RC said this once to me on Dark Therapy Session. Go listen, so go listen to us. Dark Therapy Session, by the way. It's on podcast platforms everywhere too. On YouTube too. Dark Therapy Session. What he said to me. Now I'm starting to realize what he meant. He said when his mom passed, all the 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 tension between him and his brothers kind of went with her. And I said, why? It's gonna be a very bad day in my life when that day comes. But also know that even though the one thing that linked us all together is gone, it starts us having to actually communicate with each other better and talk about how we feel. And there's nobody in the middle to chop it up, to be messy with it, to flip it, to make it seem like we're on some side shit. And for that, you do kind of understand. Me, on this podcast, I said this numerous times, excuse me, that this podcast is this podcast is my journal. I call it. It's me. If I'm not open and honest with myself on here, then what's the point of having one? I do know one thing, and that's that I love my mom. I love her, but love only accounts for so much. Just like her giving me life only accounts for so much. I'm good at sharing my feelings. She's not, and I'm realizing that and my trauma comes from her. It sucks. She definitely made me more handicapped than I probably was. And I'm 29, single, still living at home, and can't explain why my life is fucked up. Mm. I take accountability for letting her do that to me because I allowed it. But that shit is done. I don't care anymore about the tears, everything. Because your first rule of once you get to this point in your life is fuck everybody else's feelings. You have to protect yours. And that's what I'm doing now. So, hope you guys enjoy this episode when it comes out. And if you feel the need to express yourself in the comments or wherever you hear this episode, I would love to have a conversation. I really would. Um, I'm moving to whatever. Until then, I'm Brandon Janu. It's Brandon Janu Show. Peace.